Howdy folks, Landar coming at you here with another edition of the Landar Show. In my last video I posted, I used my, if you can see, I don't know if you can get enough lighting in here to see that, I used my Bluetooth mic, and for some reason it still sounds like that the camera is, like it's getting my audio from the camera, and it's got Bluetooth capability. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, gonna be talking about two more inventions. One of them was one of the ones I was going to share, but I did some research on it, and apparently I'm not the inventor of it. They had it basically. It was you got binary code. I was going to try trinary code, and like I said, I was doing research. Found out that back in the 50s, believe it or not, way back in the 50s, Russia was experimenting with trinary computers. Okay, for those of you that don't know, binary code is 0's and 1's. And trinary would be a 0, 1, and a 2, which makes, if you count the 0, 3 different codes. Now, let me go ahead and say some things on this, what I know about computers, and I'm not an expert. I ain't taking any classes. I'm self-educated. I used to build my own computers and stuff like that, and I've the way a computer works, from my understanding, is you have, all right, 0 and 1 is basically yes and no, or it could be in and out, or on and off. Same process. Okay, if you can think like that when you're messing with computers or anything electronical, it ain't just computers. It's stuff like TVs, light switches. It works the same way. On, off, yes, no. That's what 0 and 1 is. Basically the same thing. Okay. Now I know a little bit about electricity. With electrician's perspective, I know. All right, you got your alternating current and your direct current. Okay, let me explain that to you. Direct current is like your car battery. Okay, your car runs on DC, which is direct current. It's got a hot wire and a cold wire, or a positive and a negative wire. Same principle. Yes, no, on, off, hot, cold. You see where I'm going with this? That's how you explain that. Okay, and then you've got alternating current. Okay, what it does is it's got a yes and a no, and then like a maybe, or a or you could fill it in, just like off and on, yes, no. You can fill it in with anything you own, in, out, on, off. You can fill it in with anything you want to, okay? Basically 3 options or 2 options, DC, alternating. So, now, from what I'm told, when they first came out with computers, there were some houses still hooked up to DC, and some houses hooked up to alternating current, and they found out that computers that use binary code, believe it or not, they work better using a ground. That's another thing. You've got hot, cold, and ground. That's another way you can do it. Talk that. Anyways, computers, you've got the 3 prongs. When you plug it into the plug, they work better with a ground. Without a ground, they malfunction and it fries the motherboard and you got all kinds of problems. Okay, that's going down to the basics. So, with that said, what would a trinary computer do? Would it need a wiring with a 4th wire, maybe? Who knows? It's something you'd have to experiment with. But anyways, that was one of my inventions, but apparently it's already out. My other invention had to deal with texting. Okay, now. And believe it, I know y'all are probably going to laugh. There are some people that don't text. Okay, texting. All right, let's sit and think about that for a second. What is it? Okay, you got your cell phone. You're doing tick, 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 text. Okay, there's a problem with a lot of people trying to text and drive. Okay, you can't sit here and do this and look at while you're driving and go down. Even though people do it, it's very dangerous and you shouldn't do it. Well, the technology we have today. And I'm just kind of shocked that technology would go backwards. And what I mean by technology, you've got the cell phone or the telephone. which, you know, it's kind of the same thing, different concept. But you've got audio, okay? And I'm not, when I talk about what I'm fixing to talk about, I'm actually, I'll just go ahead and say audio texting, okay? And I'm not referring to text to speech, and I'm not referring to voicemail, okay? Just to let you know that I know what the difference is. Voicemail is you call somebody's number and it rings. If they don't pick up, it goes to voicemail and leaves a recorded message. Okay, and text to speech is you're saying, which basically you say, hey, what's going on, and it texts it out, and then it sends a text message to the person. I'm talking about something that works on the texting concept. It's basically like you say, hey, what's going on? And it records that message, you know, kind of like the text does with you typing it out. You know, let's say you typed out, hey, what's going on? And then the other person, all right, in texting, you know, they see the text you texted. Hey, what's going on? All the misspellings and all that. Okay. This would, what I'm talking about, audio texting would work somewhat like voicemail, just a little bit different, except for it would be like a recorded message. So let's say you hit one button and you say, hey, what's going on? And it records that, takes that message, does the same thing the text does. Of course, it would be a bigger file because audio files are bigger than text files. I know, you know, but as memory becomes cheaper, this will be possible. That may be why I said technology went backwards. It went from voices to texting. Anyways, you know, you say, hey, what's going on? And it records it, sends that recording to another person's phone, and they hear, hey, what's going on? And then in turn they respond, nothing much, what's going on with you? And then, you know, it goes back, same thing. That would be a very interesting concept. You know, you could actually audio text and drive with somebody that way, with using a headset. Like, somebody come out with it. There it is. Trying to make the world a better place. Anyways, that's it for the Landar Show. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.